What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights in the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe. If you are new to the channel and you have yet to subscribe, you could be sacrificing your position in line with my community as a part of the next Shiba Inu success story. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, double check, triple check, make sure it is checked. Let's go, man. Overall market is on fire right now. We're gonna do a video talking about Shiba Inu's price action, technical analysis. This video is highly requested. So we'll be going over the prices in the markets, and I'll be doing technical analysis specifically on Shiba Inu, giving you my price predictions on where I think she will reach in the next, in the next period. We'll just look at the chart and see what we got here. So remember, this is not financial advice. It's not. Remember, I don't have a crystal ball here. I could be wrong. I'm just going based on technical analysis and what the information on the chart is telling us. If you want to learn how to perform technical analysis yourself, reach out to me to get my technical analysis course, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. The first 5 people to tap in to get that course, I got a very special offer for you. So let's get into this, y'all. We got the overall crypto market cap sitting at $2.28 trillion, up 6% in the last 24 hours. We got the fear and greed index at 86 right now. What does that mean? That means that we are at a point where we are likely to start seeing retracement. The greedier the market gets, the wiser people in the market start to lock in their gains. They start to take profit. They start to close out positions, because it's getting to a point where eventually it has to start to pull back. Prices can't just go up forever. Now, I talked about a few different levels of the overall crypto market cap, which would be key psychological levels that would get people excited. So we talked about this around $1 trillion market cap. That $1.75 trillion level was one of those psychological levels that would get a lot of people who were sitting on the sidelines waiting back active again inside of crypto. Then we got the $2 trillion level. You see, as soon as we hit that, we called that level. Once we hit that level, I told y'all that there will be a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. A lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines, they will deploy capital that they had, not doing anything, money that they just got sitting around. They're going to put it into crypto around this time. And that's what we're seeing taking place right now. We've seen Bitcoin just today reach right below $64,000. So around $6,300 or $63,800, somewhere around that, give or take a little bit. Now, this is a really good indication because it's showing that we are seeing a rally. A lot of people are still confused as to if we are in bullish territory. If you can't realize by now, what are you going to wait for? All-time high prices in order to, come to that conclusion. We got the Bitcoin halving 52 days away. That is one of the biggest catalysts every 4 years for cryptocurrency. So this is looking like maybe buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. Not saying it is that at all, but so far it's building up, leading up to the Bitcoin halving. So expect that probably on the Bitcoin halving, we might see prices start to retrace, or people might be so excited if we hit beyond over our Bitcoin all-time high price before the Bitcoin halving, that might just create something that we can't even predict on this channel, an outcome that we can't even predict. So we see the rest of the market pumping as well, like the top coins. We see everything in the green today. We got Ethereum at 3,400, up 4.6%. And other projects, meme tokens like Doge, Pepe, SHIB are also moving as well. So we got all those positive, pieces, just working for us right now, that the market is in a bullish sentiment, it's feeling good. But we have to be aware that at some point it can start to retrace. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to retrace, but eventually it will. We got the fear and greed index at an 86. Usually we start seeing it pull back around this level, but things are so bullish it might push to a 88, 90, who knows, before it starts to do that. We might see Bitcoin pop back up to 60, 4K for a brief period of time and retest that area to determine if we can break beyond it or if we resist and retrace from that point. All that matters, because what Bitcoin does, the rest of the market is likely to follow, especially Dogecoin. And Shiba Inu receives sympathy from the movement of Dogecoin. So take a look at this. Dogecoin up 24% today at 11 cents. Shiba Inu up about half that, sitting at 11.3%. percent in the green for the day. So Shiba Inu is following behind Doge. When we see Doge getting big movements, constantly moving, that's an indication that SHIB is likely to start to pop off next, because when people take profits from Doge, they're going to look for what's the next similar coin that we can jump into and get some gains. And that's going to be Shiba Inu. That's why I want y'all to be buckled up now. Make sure you got your subscription button subscribed, so that way you don't miss out on any information. In case any of my predictions, my technical analysis, if we get something that fundamentally changes about the project, or we get a new catalyst that comes out that nobody expected, that can change this price prediction as well. So let's get into this. We got Shiba Inu at 401222 right now, up 11.6% on the day, and up 29% on the week, and up 18% on the year. So let's come over here. I got one of my charts already, pulled up, so that way y'all can follow along easily. So take a look here. We got the Shiba Inu chart. I'm zoomed in at this area just so that way y'all can be able to see it a little better. So let's see. So right now we're sitting at that 1223 level. Now I'm going to drag this back some so that way y'all can be able to see the breakout areas that we're predicting. So right off the bat, we got our indicators up. We got the Bollinger Bands out. That's these lines here. You see this upper line here, this blue line, and we got this orangish line right here in the middle, and then we got this blue line at the bottom. Those are our Bollinger Bands. Then we're also using, let me drag that over so y'all can see that. For some reason the scale doesn't, like the way trading view pops up, it doesn't fit to scale on the computer when I'm screen recording. But we can see right here, we got the Bollinger Bands. That's this blue line up here at the top. The orange line is the mid Bollinger Band, and the lower Bollinger Band is this lower blue line here. And now down here, we can see this is the RSI, or our relative strength index. Our RSI lets us know, is the asset overbought or oversold right now. So first things we notice, we want to identify the trend. We can see that so we can see that from this point on, SHIB started to form an uptrend. Why is it not? Okay, so let's grab this trend line. So we can see we found support here at this area, and now we can see SHIB basically following this trend line here. The price is going up, coming back down to around this trend line, going up, coming back down. Look, it wicked perfectly down here to this trend line. Go back up, test the mid Bollinger Band, come back down to the trend line, go back up, come back down to the trend line, goes back up. So we're predicting that if the overall market pulls back, if we see Bitcoin start to retrace, you notice that fear of greed index we talked about, people start to lock in gains, we could likely see it pull back and retrace and test around this trend line here, which might be around 1,000 points per coin, give or take a little bit. Also notice how when it's trading within these Bollinger Bands, it uses the upper, mid, and lower Bollinger Band as support and resistance areas. The upper Bollinger Band is used as a resistance area. The mid Bollinger Band could be used as a resistance or support area, and the lower Bollinger Band is looked at as a support area. If the price is trading above the mid Bollinger Band, this orange line here, and going up towards this upper Bollinger Band, that's letting you know that if you're buying it around that level, it's considered expensive at that level. So you want to let it retrace back to around a support area, whether that's the mid Bollinger Band, or if it doesn't find support there and it continues, it could be the lower Bollinger Band. But in this case, we've seen it hold support off of the mid Bollinger Band. Now that is important, because take a look at this, a lot of this green candle right here. This is called our volume. Our volume is really picking up right here. You see these candles, they're getting bigger and bigger. So that tells us that a lot of money is stepping into Shiba Inu right now. So that tells us the price could likely continue to move in a green direction when we see a lot of volume flooding into a project. Now, we want to also look at our fear and greed index, because this is important also. Or excuse me, not our fear and greed index, but our RSI, our relative strength index. So the RSI is down here. You see this number where that yellow 61.42 is? This area lets us know, is the asset overbought or oversold. If it's if the RSI line is going above this 70 range here, you notice how it has this gray area here at 70 at the top and at the bottom area is 30. So if it goes above a 70, that means it is currently overbought at the time. If it's trading below a 35 or lower, it's oversold at the time. When it's oversold, that means the asset is undervalued. That means people are likely to, smart money is likely to step in and scoop it up around those areas because it's cheap. It's undervalued for what it should be worth. When we see it trading above that 70 area, that means it's starting to become more or overbought. That means people are just buying in a frenzy right now. People buying in this overbought area, they're potentially at risk of getting the price pulled back on them. So we want to keep that in mind. We got our volume picking up. We got our RSI at an 83, so well above a 70. So with the RSI being well above a 70, that tells us that it's overbought and likely to start to see some retracement. When it's overbought, that's when you start to see people take profits as well, or people close out positions. Now, we got overbought, highly overbought. We got a lot of volume coming in. We got support off of the mid-Bollinger Band, which acted as a support area, letting us know that it's having trouble going below that point, or it doesn't really want to go below that point. So now we have to try to determine what's likely to happen in this case. So we got two positive things, leading us in a bullish sentiment. So what we want to also do is kind of go out and look at the other resistance areas on the RSI. So notice here in the RSI, we got resistance around this level. So usually we don't see it go above that 76.34 level. So that tells me that we're in really a strong chance of pulling back, but it is super bullish right now. So we could potentially add some more money on the table, have, these green candles could signal more people to buy in, and we slightly break up a little bit more before retracing, because that is highly overbought right now. But if Bitcoin continues to rally, it's likely that Shiba Inu will continue to rally. So let's say in the case that Bitcoin continues to rally. So if Bitcoin continues to rally, we could likely see, now notice here, this line here, we're seeing resistance at this point. Let me remove this line and add it back so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So this line right here, and I'm just doing a rough plot right there, but we're seeing resistance around this area. So with us seeing resistance, that means it's having a hard time breaking above that point. So knowing that the RSI is at an 83, that's giving me indication normally that it might want to pull back. If we weren't, this close to the Bitcoin halving, if we didn't have Bitcoin going close to all-time high prices, I would be betting that, she will be pulling back around this area. But because it's so bullish right now, it's hard to say. But also notice those small little wick candles. If you zoom in, see how the wicks broke above this area? We violated it right there with two different candles. So that can be a confirmation for some that it's likely to continue to move in that upwards direction. But I want to tell y'all to just pay close attention to Bitcoin and Dogecoin, for correlation, or just to understand what may happen with SHIB. So if we continue to rally, what we may do is our areas of resistance within this range here, we may see resistance there. So notice this, Shiba Inu may continue to rally if Bitcoin does. So we break out the 1200 level, we come up here, we test 1400 points per coin. Now that's if Bitcoin continues to rally. Let's say it continues to rally shortly, but then it pulls back. We might see Shiba Inu come retrace right here around 1300. Well, right here back around 1200 points per coin. So we might remember previous resistance becomes new support. So this previous resistance area that we're seeing at 1200 points per coin may become our new floor, may become our new support area once we break above that and hit that 1400 points per coin level, 1400 points per coin level. 1200 points per coin may become our new support. Now, let's say Bitcoin retraces slightly. Let's say it's a very, very quick pullback and it starts to turn around immediately, because remember, I'm expecting something tricky to happen within this time frame, because the The markets never like to be too clear so everyone can just easily make money. It likes to trip people up, trick people, hit people with the okie doke, get people emotional, get them tripping on the psychological level so people panic out of their positions, paper hand, whatever the situation may be, or just might sit on the sidelines and just decide to watch. But if we pull back, we might see a support around 1200. If Bitcoin pushes back even harder, then we might come back and retest that 1,000 points per coin level as a support. Now, I'm expecting not to go below that area, especially as we get closer and closer to the Bitcoin halving. We might get a fake out to the downside where it briefly wicks below that area and then tries to trick people to go short or to bet that the price is going down, and then turns right around and continues on this upward trend right here. Remember this trend line that we're following here. So we want to trade with the trend. The trend is your friend. So it might, at worst case scenario, Bitcoin pull. If we break out, hit that 1,400 points per coin level, start to retrace. If Bitcoin has a more than a sharp pullback, we might pull all the way down to 1,000 point per coin level or 1,200 points per coin level. And then if Bitcoin turns around from there, we go back up. We start to test 1,600 points per coin once we break through that area. Because really what we have to do is just wipe out these previous resistance areas, and then we got to take out those short orders. So once the price goes up to this area, it's wiping out people that are short, people that are betting down on the price. We wipe them out, we might retrace slightly, and then we are free and clear to go to those next levels, which is the 1,600 points per coin level. Now you notice we got some strong resistance in this area as well. So let me show you that. So notice we got strong resistance in this 1,600 points per coin level. Let me take this off so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So right there in this area. Remember, you can give or take a little bit, but right in that 1,600 points per coin area, we're seeing some resistance here. Let me mark it for you so it's easier to see. You want to look left in the chart. So we're seeing resistance here, here, and also in this area here. It did break above it right there, but we see some of those candles coming up to test around this area. But that lets us know we have strong resistance there. So when we get over here, this is going to be a hard area for us to break through. But if Bitcoin continues rallying, then we're likely to push through that area. So this is how I expect the movement here to play out. We test 1,600 points per coin. We come down and retest around maybe 1,400 points per coin is somewhere in that range, 14 and a half. And then continue moving, breaking through that 1,600 points per coin level, going up to 1,800 points per coin. And then if we got some resistance there from some of these support areas, but we might just really blast through this area, y'all, and be somewhere sitting around, 2,000 points per coin, 2,500 points per coin, depending on how bullish things really take off. Now, the question is, how long can it take for this to play out? I predicted that Bitcoin would be at around 58 to 64,000. I told y'all, we call 58 first. If we hit that, then I said 64,000 within at 2 weeks at the max. We seen that happen 3 days later, y'all. So we are really, really, bullish at the moment. So if we get an all-time high on Bitcoin, that can just put everything into a frenzy. That would be a catalyst that can just make the markets go crazy. People could just start throwing money at it regardless of price or technical analysis. So those are my highs I'm expecting in a short period of time. I think within the next week or so, if we get Bitcoin at all-time high prices, remember, Doge has to move too. It's not just Bitcoin. We follow Dogecoin, and Doge will follow Bitcoin. So if we see Bitcoin hit 68,000 within the next 2 weeks, really, I think we could see Bitcoin hit 68,000 in the next 3 days. If we see that happen, let's see, I'll give us around 1,800 points per coin, which from where we are trading right now is approximately 50% gains from where we are right now. Now, this is not financial advice, but let's see how it plays out. Make sure y'all, take notes. Let me know where we right, where we wrong. Just using this information to try to determine what's likely to happen. Now, I expect that's within the next 72 hours if Bitcoin hits all-time high prices. I think SHIB could possibly run to that 1,800 points per coin level. Now, if we go beyond 68,000 Bitcoin, we might be looking at a 2,500 or 2,000 points per coin to 2,500 points per coin. We might get into that area right there. Now, remember, if Bitcoin starts to pull back and the rest of the market wipes down, then we'll have to readdress this and come reanalyze things. But that's what it's looking like so far. So let me know what y'all think. I'm predicting 1,800 points per coin in the next 3 days if Bitcoin hits 68,000. If Bitcoin does not hit 68,000, then we may, get around to that 1,500 points per coin, 1,400 points per coin level. So 1,400 to 1,500 points per coin level. And I expect that to happen, if Bitcoin continues to rally but not hit all-time high. I could say 1,400 to 1,500 points per coin. If Bitcoin retraces and pulls back to that 58,000 level or 54,000 level, then I expect to see us pull back to around 1,000 points per coin, and even further if we go down to beyond 54,000. So that's my technical analysis update. Let me know what y'all think. I think at worst case scenario, we see Shiba Inu reach 1,800 points per coin within the next, or 1,800 to 2,000 points per coin within the next 2 weeks or so. So that's all we got for this video. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure, again, if you made it to this point of the video, that you have left a like on the video. Let's get this information out so more and more people can become informed about Shiba Inu and possibly become even bullish on SHIB and help push the price up for us. The more people are aware of SHIB, the more people learning about it, the more confident they are, and the more Shiba Inu they will buy. And we could likely hit these price levels even sooner than we expect. So that's all we got right now. I got my 3 courses available if y'all are interested in taking advantage of that right now while the price is still cheap. This discount will not go on forever because the course is very, very valuable, and I don't want to devalue it by putting the price at a discount, but I really want to help more people get this knowledge and take advantage of it while not letting price be a barrier. So reach out to me via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. I got my stock options day trading course. If you're interested in learning options trading or day trading, this course is perfect for you. You can watch me live trade in the markets, making thousands and thousands of dollars doing the thing that I'm showing you in the course live. And it's actually me teaching, not just, you sign up for the course and you find out it's somebody else. It's actually me, y'all. So we got that course. Also, my technical analysis course, which will teach you how to interpret the data on the charts like you see us doing here. Reach out to me ASAP. I got a mega discount for the first 5 people that take advantage of this. So the technical analysis course, and then we got the crypto 101 course, and then I also have my beginner's guide to stock market investing book. If you're interested in that, reach out to me as well. But the link is in the description section. That book is on Amazon if you want to grab it from Amazon, or you can get it directly from me for a discounted price. Now, that's all we got for this video. Again, make sure you share everything, get the word out. If you want to see SHIB go to all-time high prices this bull run and beyond all-time high prices, share the video, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, and